This is Tilton Island. My wife and I got permission to detect here, but after giving it a once-over, we found nothing but clad coins, pull tabs, and bottle caps. So we jumped into the Winnipesaukee River, but totally forgot to do an opening, so... Metal Mike here.
And wife.
This will be our first river hunt. Tilton Island sits in the middle of the Winnipesaukee River as it flows into the downtown section. It used to be covered with statues. Many of the bases still sit here. It had a giant gazebo with a huge eagle on top and an iron bridge that connected the island to the roadside. It's nice now, but it used to be incredibly beautiful back in the 1800s and early 1900s. So into the river we go. This is 2 hunts, one from September and the second we did last week when the water levels dropped significantly. Hope you enjoy it.
Yep, there's my quarter.
You got a quarter?
Yeah. I got several. Yep.
Yeah, bunch of cloud change.
That's pretty much what I found. But yeah, I mean, and you know, parts of lures, and you know, I have this.
Roughly an 82. See if we can get at that. Huh, I moved it. Oh. Yeah, it's just a Roosevelt plaid dime. That's roughly a 73, close to the surface. Close to the surface. I'm guessing it's going to be a penny, probably a zinc. There we go. So I did like a 77 signal here, and it's like big but really light. I mean, I'm not sure what this is made out of, but that's not what I want to show you. As I was getting up, I looked over and I'm like, oh, I love finding these things. I found a marble. That is so cool. So my wife has found some interesting items. Not sure what everything is, but this first one for sure, old pocket knife. Definitely rusted out and seen better days, but that's always a cool find. This, boy, what did you think it was?
I thought I had a ring.
Right? I mean, look at that.
Oh my gosh, I thought I had a ring. The numbers were good. It was,
But it has like a screw in on the bottom, so if anybody knows what that might be, feel free to let us know. And then
it's probably the top, you know, to something like a lantern or something. You know,
could be
holds on the shade or something.
The fancy part, yeah.
So yeah, and a key.
Anything, oh yeah, and a key. Yeah.
Just a basic master lock key. Nothing special, but
yeah, still finding some relics. Yeah.
I'm in the water, fighting the current.
Nice. Finally found my first relic right down the hole there, and boy, this is a doozy of a button. Yeah, it's got like an eagle on a cannon, and great condition. And on the back you can read Imperial Orange Gilt, G-I-L-T. So I have to look this up, but man, it's one of the best buttons I've found that I believe is probably from the 1800s. So my wife and I are back at the, well, Tilton Island is right down underneath, behind that bridge there. And yeah, the water levels have gone down. So we decided to come out and do a little bit more detecting. And over here, I can see it right down in the water. I don't know if you can see it, my shovel's kind of pointing at it right here. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's got one big tooth left. That is probably an old suspender clip. But yeah, definitely old style. Very cool.
The river's super low today, so we decided to try to do this area where people like to swim. And I just had a signal right here in the rocks, which appears to be an old suspender buckle. So that's really cool. It's right near the surface and it's definitely a relic. So it's awesome. I mean, this is usually underwater right here.
Yeah, right down here was a 62 signal. And looks like it's an old button, another old button. It's like it says POD on it, on the bottom. And on the back, it's definitely got some writing there too. Huh. But it looks like it has like a guy riding a horse on top of the POD. So I'm not sure if that means like post office delivery. And that's like a Pony Express, but certainly have to look this up when we get home. Nice buttons come out of this river.
I just found this and I didn't really clean it yet because I wanted to sort of film the reveal, but it's definitely got a nice shank on the back of it. So I'm gonna go over here to the water and give this a clean and see what I got. Water's so nice. Oh, I miss summer. Looks like it has some potential. Oh, it's the same button Mike got, except mine's a little more intact, but it also says POD. So that's cool. Yeah, I got another of the same button. Very nice, very nice. My guy looks like he's walking though, not on a horse.
So right under this rock that I flipped over was what I thought maybe was like a scutcheon piece, but it's got like a little clip here. And I believe this was flatter, just the sides folded in. But yeah, it's got some really nice decor on it.
So out in the water right over there, I just found this really cool thing. I pulled it out, looked at this side, I'm like, I don't know what that is. I turn it over, it looks super cool. I just dropped it, but you know, it's a little sandy. But yeah, apparently it's probably a button. Because maybe that center part is where the shank was. I think, maybe. It's pretty cool looking though.
I see it right under the water there. I think it's another button. Yeah, that one's pretty. Got like flowers on it right there. Huh, not sure which way it goes, but yeah. That is a nice old button.
It's a lighter of some sort. It's got that, you know, thing there, and then it's got this thing here, which goes on that thing there. So it certainly appears to be a lighter. It's big.
I wasn't going to film this little buckle piece, but I did because, I don't know if you could see it, but at the top, in parentheses, I'm not sure why it's in parentheses, but it says Persis. So I'm not sure if this was made in France or not, but it's in a river here in Tilton.
Way down in this hole, underneath all these rocks, was this right here. And that is a harmonica reed. So that's interesting. It's been in there for a while. So yeah, things aren't super deep, but they're under the rocks and hard to find for sure.
Not really sure what to make of this. Looks like some type of clip. But it's very different from anything I've seen before.
Underneath the rock there was a 90 signal, and I was like, oh cool, you know, maybe it's a quarter, I don't know. And then I moved the rock and it seemed pretty pinpointed. I just had to keep digging for it and finally found it, and it's a bracelet. It's got some pretty on the sides, so I found a piece of jewelry. So it's not a button, woohoo. Definitely an old bracelet, copper, but still cool.
Here we are at the wrap-up for the Winnipesaukee River. Started out on Tilton Island and found absolutely nothing there, so we hopped in the river. Over here, did find a piece of nice porcelain painted with a couple plastic buttons, some fishing accessories. It's giant. It's so heavy. It's a big piece of lead. This I feel like is like a early hose attachment. Almost looks like a small fire hose. I found this chunky lighter key windy thing. Got me a marble, yay. I found this old pocket knife and a harmonica reed. That's cool. Really nice old copper bracelet. She's found two like this. Pretty cool. And got some buckles. Yeah, one with still a tooth in it. That's pretty cool. The Paris one, that dates back. I think it was like a waistcoat or a suspender, but like to 1860. She found this older style, not all wrapped up, but looks like a suspender buckle, kind of ornate, pretty cool. Not really sure what this clippy thing is or this clippy thing. I think this might be like a hair piece, but it's very ornate. And yeah, some clad coins, a couple dollars and quarters, $1 in dimes, handful of nickels, and a whole bunch of pennies. Yeah, yeehaw. Buttons, man. Yeah, that was our score there. Most of these we have writing still on them, and they range between like 1850 and 1870. So that's pretty cool. And some of my favorite ones. Yeah, wife found this that really ornate button, very neat. Got this one with like floral patterns on it. That's kind of cool. 2 post office buttons. These are just awesome. I love them. Got a walking dude and a guy on a horse. The walking dude is between like 1880 and 1920, and the guy on the horse is from the 1870s. So yeah, pretty neat. And then one of my new favorite buttons is this War of 1812 artillery button. Just amazing condition. Thrilled to have found that. And a couple wheat pennies. Let's see, it was 1934 and 1940. So yeah, it's about what we got out of the river around the island. And first time in a river. It's kind of cool, a little different. Enjoyed it. And I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thanks for watching.